nobody expected PRX to destroy Fnatic. And here's why. In round 6, the round starts off with 4 PRX in A main and Mindfreak holding B main pushes. This round Fnatic played it a little differently where they stacked B because PRX had already conditioned them into fearing their B execution. You can see that Raze is already in position to satchel in, and that's when the smokes from Mindfreaks is set up for A. Realizing this, Mystic instantly suppressed the entire A main to not only collect info but also to stop the A execution. Mystic managed to cut off the double satchel for Jing, but it did not matter because he was caught off surprise by Jing's position. As you can see here, not having a smoke in A main is a big deal because of Davai's ult. Fnatic is unable to trade at all as everyone from PRX side can just hold A heaven easily without having to get into sight. Usually there will be a smoke, so it's going to be a little harder to hold A heaven. Mindfreaks just shows us once again why lurking is essential. In round 7, PRX starts off with an aggressive fake from B main to create presence in B main from both Davai and Bankai by using Prowler, KO 0 point to push away any potential angles from B main. Forsaken once again have taken up more space by putting down Trademark in B main to avoid getting pushed from B main. Notice how he has been doing this for the past couple of rounds. This puts a lot of pressure on Fnatic, not letting them gain any map control. But here's where PRX screws up. Forsaken tries to enter into B side alone thinking that they would rotate after the Haunt dodge. The rule of thumb is that you don't push so aggressively alone, especially on eco rounds, if you don't have any info on where and how close your opponents may be. Forsaken tied to a classic and a judge, and PRX still decided to go on with the B execution thinking that there are only 2 since Forsaken only spotted 2 up close. Mindfreak put up a wall and KO knife to prevent counter flashes is their cue to entry. Jing with a double satchel onto market to avoid getting shotgun up close, which is actually a 200 IQ play, but the team just couldn't push through. Fnatic reacted very quickly by falling back to hold PRX off of the side. Now PRX has gained a lot of space, but realizing Fnatics are all in B side, they decided to rotate to A while leaving another lurker behind as usual. But this lurker's op kill is actually huge for Team Fnatic because it showed PRX that they have probably rotated at this point and they should not challenge the op if they have nothing left to push him off the angle. No prowlers, smokes, flashes left to push him off of A main, so they decided to rotate back to B. As you know, a huge screw up from the side of PRX because Davai should have known that they haven't rotated and he needed to be the one to either clear out the site or to rotate to A along with them. Time ran out for PRX and they just couldn't win on this eco round. In round 10, this round starts off with a B and mid control round for PRX. Prowler effectively pushes off any mid-bottom angles as Durker poses a huge threat with an op. Forsaken manages to walk all the way up to market by himself without anybody behind him to trade for. That is what makes this man so scary, the amount of confidence in this man. As he got to market, he tells the team that it's clear this is the queue for B main to execute into B side. Bankai ulted into side, denying any sound queue, and Jing ults into side, but he whiffed. Still, he manages to get 2 kills on side again to retake B. Fnatic has to clear mid again and again as they're conditioned to do so after so many rounds of good lurks from PRX.